Okay, welcome to this taste challenge, this showdown between Kentucky Dale blended whiskey from Frankfort, Kentucky, and Jim Beam Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from Claremont and Frankfort, Kentucky. Introduced, well, around 1795, they're not really sure. The world's #1 bourbon whiskey, 80 proof. Introduced in 1976. Of that I am sure, and it is not the world's #1 anything. Okay. Beam Suntory, Sazerac, Kentucky, 80 proof, 80 proof. Okay. Budget brand, I guess you'd say, ultra budget brand. Okay, so the Kentucky Dale and the beautiful plastic bottle. 266th day of 2016. Make sure, okay, KD, Kentucky Dale. Alrighty, well. Okie doke. Jim Beam. Let's see if we can get the date here. "267th day of 2016. And they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find. Okay. Straight bourbon whiskey, 80%, 20% blended whiskey. The colors, this is lighter. Pale gold, they are both very clear. And burnished gold, dark and into the amber color. Alcohol legs. I hope that refrigerator cuts off soon, but I can't control that. It's going to cycle. That's how they work. Somebody was saying, I can't stand that irritating noise in the background. I'm so used to, well, you go to people's houses, the refrigerator's running, think about it, sort of background noise, you block it out. But this microphone is sensitive, and so some things that'll be very faint in real sound will be blaring in recorded video sound, like my shoes on the floor. I mean, you just don't even hear it in real world. But on the camera, it's like. Okay, so just mixing them up. You can hear the birds. That's nice. I wish we could just hear the birds and not the refrigerator. Alright. I won't look. Hello, because the colors are different. Let's go with the first aroma. Get away. Sweet whiskey, whiskey smells like, but it's sweet. Fruit. Faint. Little caramel, little vanilla, little wood. A little bit of that. I've said this many times. It always seems apropos. You cut your leg. You're at the doctor's office, family doctor, and you're waiting in the waiting room, and you can smell the antiseptic. So that's a little bit A little bit, and it seems to be developing more as it breathes. Okay, not bad, but not gotta find not a beauty. Okay, let me clear my nose. Get some of that alcohol sting out of it. This is much more mellow in the aroma. Okay, much more. I'm gonna hide this behind there. Whatever one it is. I'm scared I'm gonna get a glance. And I'll subconsciously cheat. Much more subdued. Much less of a presentation. I mean, it's there, whiskey, faint, it's faint, it's faint, it's faint. Oh, oak, a little vanilla, wildflowers, some antiseptic, I guess. Okay, so all right, the aromas. They both smell good. Honestly, I'm not really picking up anything foul, off, or unpleasant. My only issue with the Sazerac ultra budget brands, and they had these bottles, two for $4. If you bought two, you had to buy two. They also had the Miles Gin, M-I-L-E-S. I didn't buy it. I got too much. I got too much stuff. I can't just keep growing it, right? They just had kind of a flat taste. I said that before. Just there wasn't much going for it. Although the last time I drank the Kentucky Dales, finishing off the first bottle, it did seem to have more going for it. So I said maybe I'm getting used to it, or it's got more than I thought, or something. Okay, let's go with the taste. This has very subtle things going on. There's a little flower, pollen, or is it nectar in the, like the honeysuckle or something. It's hard to say. Some sort of herbal, yeah, some sort of herbal note. Herbs. The wood. Now there's that almost green wood, or I think I was saying when I did Jim Beam, I was saying it had like a mildew, something, sort of a moldy thing. And that's what I'm getting here, and I think that's what this is. I think it's Jim Beam, but I can't say definitively, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Now this one here, alright. You see, there's more of that antiseptic thing. No mold. No green wood. No herbs. Little flower, like a little dried flower. Oh, thank goodness. But the taste is a little flat. It is flat. It's not just a little flat. It's just like a psst. It's like as though they had made this with 80% grain neutral spirits, which is just exactly what it is. It's spirits made from any kind of vegetable matter, fermented, and it's made and designed. You can read this on the United States Tax and Trade Bureau, and they have standards for what it is. It's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be like neutral flavor, neutral aroma. It's just Everclear, or what's that other one called? Diablo or something. I think Sazerac makes it. It's and they tell you, the Everclear is made by Luxor. You don't drink it. It's not made to drink unless you're just a total crazy person, an idiot, a fool, a moron, a dummy, an imbecile. All right, so like people really buy the Everclear to make their own alcohol. If they just like to do that kind of stuff, like they'll make their own vodka with it, or their own gin or something, or their own blended whiskey. So it's sort of like brewer's syrup in the beer world. It's not supposed to have any, it's not supposed to present any taste or aroma. It's not like corn syrup you buy at the grocery store, like K-Rose syrup, which is gonna, it's gonna taste like something. But it's supposed to be totally neutral. The dextrose maltose thing that they use at Miller or Grupo Modelo, Moosehead. It's just a body. It's a, if you want to say, a filler, a bulk item. And that's what the grain neutral spirits is, a bulk item. The flavor is going to come from the 20% whiskey. Now you say 20%. Yeah, so it's going to give it a little character. But then again, who is stumbling into the gas station on US Highway 90 in Gentilly, that Gentilly section of New Orleans, and into this less than ideal looking corner convenience store gas station and buying 2 of these bottles for $4? Is it connoisseurs? People that are going to do deep thinking about Kentucky Dale? Or is it people going in there to get bent, to get lit up, get drunk? You know what I mean? So they're probably not saying, but it doesn't interact right, it doesn't balance well. But maybe they are. But I doubt it. I was in the store where I bought the Kentucky Dale, and I was leaving the store, and some lady said, hey baby, where are you driving to? I just kept on walking. I said, in this neighborhood, I'm going to keep on walking. Don't make eye contact. Anyway, all right. So there's a Walmart catty corner to that, and it's pretty nice, but new. Interesting, right across the street from the Baptist Theological Seminary, the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, a pretty prominent place for Baptist preachers and be trained. But anyway, yeah, it's got like a neutral, flat taste, just really kind of like nothing bad, offensive, or like, repellent. But certainly nothing for you to say, oh, I really would want to try this. It's so complex. No, it's so nothing. It's so, like my father would say, inert. So what do you mean inert? He said inert, like there's no existence to it. There's like 20% character here, and there's like 80% null space. Okay, so the alcohol parts, but they're both 80 proof. So I think this is the Kentucky Dale. Would I buy it again? No, I would not buy it again. And I'll be glad to finish the bottle. It's just, why would I buy it? It's nothing. There's nothing to it. Now the other one is got character. I don't know if the characters are that good. I mean, like, I don't know if you're shooting for mold or mildew or a strange thing, but the other things I described you would want to experience. So yeah, it's got a lot more things happening. Even smokiness, there's some. It's so subtle, but it's there. It's like some smoke. So, I gotta say this, the Kentucky Dale is budget brand to the hilt, just like that Crystal Palace gin and all that stuff. Or Miles. Or all the myriad other budget brands that Sazerac makes. But it's still credible, like, it does what it's supposed to do. Unlike the Hartley brandy from Sazerac, which I don't know what it's supposed to be doing, but it's nightmarishly bad, in my opinion. Worst hard liquor I've ever tried in my life. Just, it's memorable though. Kind of like Earthquake High Gravity 12%. a horror and atrocity of mankind, but yet memorable. Okay, so I'm going to make the final call here. Yeah, this has got, it develops more and more each sip. It's got to be the Jim Beam, of course. Of course. So, you say, well, one's a bourbon, one's a, I know. Well, you just try to see if there really is a difference in, oh, how much of a difference there is. DJ's Bluetooth, he said he wanted me to, and he does liquor too, and I don't know about wine, but he said he wanted me to review the modern Old Crow recipe, that 1987 to present, and then compare it to the original Old Crow recipe, 1835 to 1987. 100 proof, 80 proof. I mean, obviously, I think I'll be able to nail it quick, but I don't know that. I've never tried this. I tried that. It was extraordinary. It was like, with all the complexities I was describing with the base Jim Beam, right? The entry level Jim Beam, that had so many more. It was just like, but then it aged 40 years in the bottle, and it was aged in a barrel 8 years previous to that, starting in 1969. So, you know, anyway, and I have a few craft beers here just to show off, right? Somebody sent those to me. I was so appreciative. Thank you, Shane Fudge. All right, so this was interesting, I thought, and so thank you for watching this video production.